First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 59. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Kill, kill, kill. Hey, Zoo. 61. Matchbox. Go.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Saquon Barkley trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
6-6, pull it high. Snap.
Throwing Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Check 13.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, Haywood! Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike 50, Mike 50.
From the 16, Trubisky. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. B.J. Hill able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things that I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now Jones on first down. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Watch the whip.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got Burton here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking. Alert. Watch the ship. Hey. Ran. Check. Tighten up. Check.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2. 18. 2nd and 12. Hey, Foxtrot. What we got? Check this out.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Alert. Here I come again.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike, check.
Now Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space.
Switch.
On 3rd down, Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
1st and 10 at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Alert 3. Blue. Slam. Peek it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got you, Pop. 36.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Check. Let's go. Alert. Okay, step it up. Red. Blue. Bang. Hey.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That's good.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
180. 18. Jim.
On 1st down, Cohen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Trubisky to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Pete. Alert. It's going to be a long day.
Now it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Jones. Operating from the gun. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw. Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. But it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Put up. 180. Wants to run. Hey, 18.
Now on 2nd and 16. Trubisky. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Watch the run. Kill. Alert. Safe. Hey, alert. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Jones. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. A first down carry for Barkley. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones, and he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Leonard Floyd picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Jones on 3rd down. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Lock in, lock in. Hey, exit. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Squeeze up.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Joejuan Williams, the rookie Vandy product, there to bat it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, team 6, team 6. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On 3rd down, Trubisky steps away to his left. Now he's got a man, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Trubisky will throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
180! Hey, man. Watch the boot. Red, talk. Check 59.
Trubisky to throw again. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Hey, high 7.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike 50, hey, echo. Set a tone, fellas, let's set a tone.
Again, it's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
Go out. Check. Smooth.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And Tate's got it. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Lock in. Watch out. 18. Hey, Charlie. Mike 50. There we go. Mike,
from the 35 on 2nd down, Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
180. Let's go, D. Single. Alert. He likes to get those jump balls. Hey, orbit. Hey, Mike's 50. Switch up.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. O'Shane Ximines. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Bravo.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Watch the pass. Hey, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it again with Barkley.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Mike, check, 59. Let's go. Mike 5'9". Hey, let's get that. Bud. Check 50.
Now Jones operating from the gun. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, dude. Check, 59. Ready.
To throw again, Jones. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 33.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Barkley. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
All day, every day, any day.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Hey, 18. Alert. Red,
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for two? From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Get ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Check 50, check 50. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
On first down, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
And an alley to run. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now this time he'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
64, weak. Lock in, lock in. Hey, high 7. 59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, check.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Miller. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Hey, check 24, check 24.
They'll try to counter here. Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Crunch time, defense. Check your hot read.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Red, up. 57. Hey, Echo. 57 to Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Go! Stand!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Jones now from the gun, he'll throw, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This will be taken at the 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Throwing, Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First down, Giants.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for the Giants, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.